And welcome to the Raleigh Municipal Lighting Plant Board of Commissioners meeting for February 10th, 2016. The time being 7:01, I call a meeting to order. As a reminder, this meeting is being audio and video recorded digitally. Our first agenda item is citizens' query from 7 to 7:10 p.m. Item number 2, review and accept minutes from previous meeting. I had a chance to read them and I didn't see any issues. Aaron, you did see them, right?
Yes.
No, okay. Ken, you all set with them?
Yep.
I didn't see anything.
Entertain a motion?
I'll give you that motion, Mr. Chairman.
I second it.
Motion made and seconded to accept the minutes as presented. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Item number 3, review year-end financials for 2015. So we didn't do too bad at all.
No, it worked out very well.
Yep.
There's a few line items on the back page that were not concerning, but that we did run over budget a little bit for for unexpected expenses. As we've gone over this throughout the quarters of the year, I explained most of these away already. The one that's new is a little bit concerning is the power supply is over budget by $300,000, and that's basically just the end of year numbers. It just went over that last December was a little bit more than anticipated for the power supply.
Okay.
Next year will be better only because of the contract we have signed for next year's power supply. So next year will be better. This year there was a extenuating circumstance with one of our contracts that was locked in two summers ago. We locked in gas for a particular unit that, in hindsight, was probably not the most educated decision to make because of the way, at that time, gas prices were climbing, and then all of a sudden nobody saw it and they just dropped off the table. So that sometimes you get hurt by stuff like that. Sometimes you make out.
Jump the gun a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You saw the price going up, so you figure, well, get in now while it's still low.
Well, I mean, you wait so long, then you lock in the price because you wanna cap it to a certain level.
Yeah.
And sometimes that doesn't necessarily work out in your favor, which this time it did not.
And you mentioned December, that was the cold,
It was,
extremely cold, wasn't it?
yeah, but it wasn't so much that, it was only because, gas prices last year, even though it was cold, natural gas prices stayed low. And that was the problem, because we locked in a gas price for a generating unit at a high price, and the gas prices didn't go where they should have been, and they stayed low, so we were paying a premium for that
Okay.
when everybody else was paying less. I mean, it wasn't just us that did it, there was a number of systems that did it.
Mhm.
The other two are payroll accounts, the customer record and collection, and the admin and general expenses. The admin in general is only over 13,000, and the customer record is 17. I put in a budget number at the beginning of the year in January, but we don't do our wage increases until July, so it's difficult for me to come up with that exact number as far as to make it come out just right without adding more than what I think should be in that account. Of course, outside services is one of those accounts that you, depending on what happens during the course of the year, it may go over, it may not, depending on what you're doing. I mean, if we're doing PPAs with different companies, we're hiring legal,
Mhm.
that definitely will run the cost of that account up. But on the good side, on the revenue side, the,
Yeah, that looks pretty decent.
yeah, the revenue side looks very good. There are a couple accounts that weren't what we expected. One being industrial sales, and the reason that is lower, there's only one customer in that account,
That,
in that
that class.
class, and that was since we redid the rate schedule in April.
Mhm.
That was there previous to doing the rate schedule, so it was kind of an unknown when we did it.
Mhm.
Next year will reflect that a lot better than this year did. And I've adjusted these for next year's budget. These have all been adjusted down. Those accounts that are over in this. Municipal sales. We moved a lot of municipal accounts to, Eric, the municipal sales. Are you breaking them out still?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So the municipal sales, basically what we've done is we've changed the rates for a lot of municipal accounts because a lot of them were in the residential account instead of the commercial account. Well, when we did the rate study, I looked at the medium commercial rate that we did and compared it to what they were using in the residential rate compared to the new commercial rate, and swapping them over to the new commercial rate actually saved them money.
Wow.
So what we did was it moved them over to the commercial rate,
Yeah, I
the
know we
medium
did
commercial rate.
some information and some adjusting on the new treatment plant too, right? As far as where their class was gonna fall.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, I mean, that helps out the rest of not necessarily the ratepayers, but the taxpayers at least.
The taxpayers at least. There was, I believe there was 5 municipal accounts that we actually changed to the commercial rate rather than the residential rate.
Yeah.
So it did make a difference for those
Good.
accounts.
Good, that's what we're here for.
I think everything else, the commercial sales medium was over. The commercial sales small was over. Residential was over. Interest income, which was surprised, was over. But the merchandise and jobbing is always difficult to predict that account.
Yeah.
But overall, we were plus $300,000 in the revenue.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a good thing. More money's always good.
I mean, in the expense detail is a crystal ball guess anyway. 'Cause you really don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, there's one that pops out here, it's maintenance of underground lines.
Yeah.
And we budget 10,000 and we spent 34, so. But all you gotta do is have one of those systems fail and you're up there.
Yeah, and that one was basically because of last year's winter.
Yeah.
We had a lot of damage that we uncovered this time last year that once the snow started to melt, we noticed a lot of damage to underground facilities, so
Yep.
that account took a hit by just replacing those facilities.
Some snow plowing and
Snow plowing and,
people
yeah,
backing into them.
yeah.
Wow. Okay, any other questions or comments?
No,
Anything to add, Dan?
I'll just give you if we're done with that, I'll give you the capital budget.
Okay. Came up very well.
Mm-hmm.
do we have more broken poles last year? And I see we went over by $40,000.
I think that's the new sets we did.
The new sets?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm assuming.
Yeah,
The new
that's
sets.
exactly
More
right.
sets-
Yeah.
More sets than
More sets than anticipated, yeah.
okay, okay, which is a good thing,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're maintaining the infrastructure.
yeah.
Looks good.
Any other questions?
No?
No?
Looks good.
Thank you.
It really does.
How many additional sets do we do, Dan? Ballpark figure.
Probably an additional 20 to 30 sets.
Okay,
And replacement of the poles, so we have sufficient inventory in case something else happens this winter. So we replacements of those poles.
no more for that, I mean, yeah, you know what can happen in a real bad, nor'easter or something like that. if you-
Well, just last week, Friday,
Mhm.
we had four or five broken
Yeah.
poles last week
Really?
in town. Yeah,
Yeah, we had
with the heavy wet snow.
First heavy wet snow.
Oh, well, okay.
And high winds. The winds were 50, 60 miles an hour. And between the high, heavy snow and then the wind blowing. It just-
Explained to everybody, I was out of town, so.
So was
It's not
I.
like I was
So was
asleep.
I.
No, I know. You weren't here. You were down in the warm.
Well, yes. I'll say so, okay, so.
Very good. Okay, next item?
Yeah.
Okay, it's pilot payment to Town of Rowley.
I only have the one copy.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry.
No way, I thought everybody had a copy.
Okay, you wanna check that, and I'll read the letter itself. Okay. 2016, payment in lieu of taxes to the Town of Rowley. I'll entertain a motion that move that the manager of the municipal lighting plant, under the direction and control of the municipal light board, for the expenses of the plant for said fiscal year 16, as defined in section 57 of chapter 164 of the general laws, make a payment in lieu of taxes to the Town of Rowley in the amount of $33,273.76. Do I have a motion?
I'll give you that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Motion made.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Got another one.
Yeah, that's for the next item.
Item
Item 5.
5, okay. Agenda item number 5, annual town meeting article. 2016 annual town meeting warrant article. Move the town vote to appropriate the income from the sales of electricity to private customers, or for electricity supplied to municipal buildings, municipal street lighting, or for municipal power, and from sales of appliances and jobbing during the current fiscal year to the municipal lighting plant, the whole to be expended by the general manager of the municipal lighting plant under the direction and control of the municipal light board for the expenses of the plant for said fiscal year, as defined in section 57 of chapter 164 of the general laws, upon condition that if said income shall exceed said expense for said fiscal year, such excess shall be transferred to the construction fund of said plant and appropriated and used for such additions thereto as may be authorized by the municipal light board. I've read that one many times.
I'm sure why.
About 19, as a matter of fact. Okay, entertain a motion.
Give you that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Motion made.
Seconded.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Chairman.
Thank you.
And that takes us to item number 7.
6.
6, I'm
Sorry.
sorry. Light Department Town Report article, you're right.
I apologize for not getting this to you sooner. It's a little wordy. It's the article that goes in the annual town report. That's just the article. I don't have the income statement and balance sheet quite yet.
Okay.
We should have that in plenty of time to go into the town report.
Okay,
That's just a general article that goes, I just wanted to bring it to the commissioner's attention and show it, since, I mean, your names are on it, so I figured I'd bring it to you just to.
sure. Do you want me to read it, or read it in the record?
It's up to you.
Oh, we can. The Light Commission and Manager are pleased to submit their annual report of the Raleigh Municipal Lighting Plant, RMLP, for the year 2015. Power supply. In 2015, RMLP has negotiated a new power purchase agreement, PPA, with Shell Energy North America. This contract, including all of the purchase power agreements, will hedge RMLP power supply to 82% of RMLP load for 2016, 65% for 2017, 58% for 2018, and 47% for 2019. RMLP also purchases from 5 other power sources: New York Power Authority, Miller Hydro, Spruce Mountain Wind, Saddleback Wind, Rise Generating Station, and from the wholesale market of ISO New England. This is a mix of natural gas, water, and wind power resources, as well as power off the New England power grid, which may come from numerous sources. We are constantly searching for the best mix of inexpensive power resources to contract with, including renewables. Currently, 12% of RMLP annual load is supplied by renewable resources. We have an effective improvement in the legislative process to keep our eyes and ears open to protect our way of doing business. The public power model has been tested and will be tested in the future as more regulations are implemented and proposed to limit or change other business model. Purchase power is an ongoing process today, tomorrow, and the future. RMLP will continue to look at the best possible sources to keep our electric rates as low as possible and to continue to be reliable as we have been. Service connections. During the 2015, we increased our service connections by 39 residential connections and 0 commercial connections. Kilowatt hour sales and peak demand. During 2015, we sold 42,349,982 kilowatt hours to RMLP customers. Our peak demand was 10,636 kilowatt hours and occurred on 9/9/2016 in hour 16. Operations, maintenance, and capital budget. In 2015, the RMLP 0 and M budget, operation and maintenance. Projected revenue, $6,222,000. Projected expense, $6,164,000. Projected profit or loss, and it is a profit, $58,000. The 2015 capital budget projected $521 million, of which $275,686 was spent. So,
Thank you.
that's cool.
Just, could I see that for 1 second? I'm just curious. Our peak demand was 10,636 kilowatts and occurred on 9/9/2016.
Mm-hmm.
16 or 15?
15.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
Okay.
typo.
Okay.
Good eye there, Bob.
Oh,
There is.
I thought maybe I slept through
No.
16 and I was at 17.
Now,
Thank you. I will correct that.
Yeah.
Where was it? During increase.
I thought this was Back to the Future for a second.
Okay, I'll correct that. There is the backside as well. Bob.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So I gotta read some more?
A little bit.
Okay. Our system. RMLP is constantly maintaining the distribution system to be as reliable as possible. In all weather events and non-weather events, we monitor the age of our infrastructure and make repairs to the system before we have an outage. Contributions and services provided to town. RMLP funded the cost of energy used for street lighting, saving the town $30,074.21. Additionally, RMLP maintains all street lighting at no cost to the town. We have begun changeover to LED street lighting, beginning with the downtown Main Street area, which should occur even more electricity savings along with a substantially longer bulb life. The town maintains all interest earned from the RMLP's operating cash account and is commingled in the town's general fund. And that basically is a great asset to the town by commingling those funds with the town's general fund. And it helps the town pay their bills when they don't have quite enough cash to make it. And it just comes back to us when they make it up.
Yep.
So it really is a help for them. It's been that way for a long, long time, which is one of the advantages of having a municipal lighting plant.
Mm-hmm.
Worked with the harbor master on repairing town docks. Our crews hung flags along Route 1A for the veteran services for various holidays throughout the year. We provided inserts to the town, other town departments in our monthly bill at no charge for those departments. We use our staff and equipment to decorate and light the trees and gazebo on Town Common for the holiday season with LED lights. We continue to support the Salvation Army's Good Neighbor Energy Fund. We participated in Raleigh's 375th anniversary celebration and parade. We assisted various town departments as needed with projects. The guidance and cooperation of the Municipal Light Board and the devotion to duty and good work of our employees is greatly acknowledged. The cooperation extended by other town departments is also very much appreciated. Respectfully submitted, Dan Folding, General Manager, Board of Commissioners, G. Robert Mary Chairman, Kenneth Keys, and Robert Snow. And I've got to say, Dan, that the crew that we have working right now is excellent.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree.
I had the monitor on all last Friday, and they did a fantastic job.
Yep. I'll pass that along.
Please do that, because they really did. They
Mhm.
were out there doing it, and they kept things going. We did have one little dip, and it was a couple of recloses before it tripped. But that was, I believe that was over on Fennel Drive.
Yep.
When the pine tree came down over there and took out not only the pole and the wires, but the transformer too.
Yep.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we really can't control those types of things,
No, the weather is beyond our control.
unfortunately. So, but they did a great job, they really did.
Thank you.
Motion for that?
You wanna,
It's up to you. It doesn't really have to. I just put it in the annual report.
yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to do it, I mean, some of them just submit it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that takes us down to number 7, update on Raleigh Generation Project.
At the last meeting, we talked well, we've been talking about the Raleigh Generation Project for over a year now. At the last meeting, we spoke about putting basically the project out to bids, which we did, and the bids were due Monday. We only had one respondent, so we only had one respondent for the project. So, seeing as that, and we have, in good faith, negotiated a memorandum of understanding with that company to move the project along. I forwarded you this so we could all have it for review tonight. First, I guess, do you have any questions on it? As far
Actually,
as,
I did sit down and read it, and it's, I think we're in pretty good shape there. I mean, both of us are covered basically the same way. I mean, it's a give and take,
Yeah.
and we're both kind of balanced out there, which is kind of unusual with a contract like this one. Sometimes you don't get that cooperation.
It's meant to be a long-term relationship, so,
Yeah.
yeah, you wanna start out together. Yeah.
Yep.
Makes it easier that
So, that's it.
well, I mean, it's I would appreciate if we are gonna execute the MOU, a vote from the board of confidence to actually go along and sign this and move the project along.
I think that, like you said, we've been discussing this for over a year. I think we pretty much understand all aspects of this and where we're headed. And I think our big concern is looking down the pike and any spike in energy. I think we're gonna see something probably around 2020, 2017. I think we should take the bull by the horns and be prepared now. I don't know how the board, rest of the
Yeah,
board
no,
feels
I mean,
about
it's, we definitely need to do something,
Mhm.
because they're not gonna let us off the hook.
it.
Oh, no.
And that's not Tangent, it's the other people.
Right.
It really is. I mean,
Mhm.
they wouldn't like anything more than to have us just fold up and go home.
Mm.
Because we're the only thing that keep them anywhere near where they have to stay
Mm.
to keep in business. I mean, and it's the lonely 40 municipals out there.
Yep.
It really is.
And then we are fighting that, we're trying to fight that battle, and we are keeping our head above water, but
Oh, yeah.
it's a struggle.
It's been a long, hard struggle. I mean,
Mhm.
I was involved with it for like 35 years, and it was always one thing after another.
Mhm.
I think I was the manager at the time we finally got Niagara squared away.
Wow.
Yeah.
And got the 2-cent power out of that project in Niagara Falls.
Mm.
That's been a great help.
It's been, yeah, it's been great.
But it was a long battle, I know that.
Mhm.
So it's
So,
our job to be proactive, for the townspeople,
Yeah.
and to look out. I think this is a good way to look out for them.
well, it is. I mean, and we have to do it. I
Yeah.
mean, we have to do it because we got to maintain that lower rate.
Mhm.
And they're more than willing to jack it up as high as they can get it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, is there any other questions or comments, or can I ask for a motion to?
I'll give you a motion, Mr. Chairman. Engage with attention
Okay, for the MOU?
for the MOU.
Okay. And I know there is a signature page.
Yeah, that's me,
Dan.
though.
That's Dan.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will vote to put Dan on the hook.
Yes.
Okay?
Sure.
That's a bit of imagery, isn't it?
Oh, God. So you want me to add that to, put down?
I think Eric will take care of that.
Yeah.
Yep. So all those in favor? I should get a motion first.
I'll give the motion,
Made the
Mr.
motion.
Chairman.
Seconded.
Ken seconded, so we're legal there. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Dan, you have authority to enter into this agreement.
Thank you. And I'm sure Greg thanks you as well.
Yeah, we're rolling, so,
Yeah.
very good. Yeah, thank you very much. A lot of work to be done, but
Have you,
we appreciate the support.
when I was reading this thing, the thought came to my mind that we're gonna run gas. And I know there's gas there, but have you contacted National Grid yet to see what the requirements will be?
Well, once we get, that's one of this first phase, I mean, we've done some preliminary work, but
Okay,
we didn't want to get too far ahead of ourselves.
No, I
That's
keep-
one of the key next steps on forward.
yeah, I keep thinking, and I know they've increased the main size, so years ago, when Ipswich was running gas in their generating plant, in the wintertime, they couldn't get enough gas. Summertime, there was no issues at all.
Yeah, obviously, right, there's no
So
issues.
in the wintertime, they had to run oil, which is, a little bit more efficient, but not much.
Not much,
Than the
yeah.
gas, but still, they couldn't get any gas in the wintertime. I was thinking about that for some reason, I don't know why,
Yeah.
but,
It'll be part of our, part of the work that we need to do between now and the final contract is to, we got a lot of work to do, so
good, very good. Okay.
we're moving forward, so thank you. Thank you for the
All
support.
right. Thank you for
Thank you
your
for
help.
the support to Dan, and Dan's persistence.
Very good.
I do have one other, if we're done with that, I do have one other
Yeah.
question of the
I
board.
think we are, unless,
Yep.
The March meeting, I have a conflict with the date, because I'll be in Washington DC for the rally, legislative rally.
yeah,
I'd just like to know, you don't have to tell me tonight, but where you would like to have the meeting in March. Would you like to have the after the second Wednesday or before, or, so just,
23rd? Do it after? We usually do the 16th, right?
it would be the Wednesday before that, be I think the 9th.
9th? Okay.
So we can either
Oh,
do,
I'm sorry, yes, you're right, the 9th.
either the 16th or the 23rd is fine with me.
Yeah, I don't think I've got anything. I know May is gonna be a busy month for me, but
Okay.
the first part of May. But other than that, March 1 is the primary, so that's no issue. So,
So
I think we talked about this for some reason, because I moved in my calendar to the 16th. so-
Maybe we did,
Oh, okay.
but the
Have it after
16th,
you come back,
yeah.
so we can discuss it, or you can tell us what it,
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
recap the rally at that meeting.
yeah, we have it afterwards,
Yeah.
if we can.
So the 16th is okay with everybody for right now?
right now, yeah.
Okay.
I think you talked about the meeting in Washington, and I pushed it back. Thinking that, you know,
March 16th.
would be available.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So that's it?
That's it.
Okay, looking for a motion.
Give me a motion to adjourn.
Accept- Seconded.
Motion made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Alan, thank you.
Thank you.